talking. I'm talking without it unmuted and without my glasses. How well am I starting off here? Anyways, this is Tim coming at you with a first look, let's play of Obsidian's The Outer Worlds Murder on Eridanos. So this has been out, and by the way, our friends over at Private Division gave us this code early, and I haven't been able to play it yet because I've been trying to get up to level 30. And not only that, but also finish the last DLC, the um, the Project on Gorgon DLC. So it's been I've been trying to focus on that so I can get to this and be able to share it with you guys. So my cat wanted to come join in to say hello. She's like, put me down. Anyways, and I'm trying to be quiet too because it's like 1 o'clock in the morning here. But I wanted to get this done so I can get it out and share it with you guys so you can see what it looks like, where we've come from since the Outer Worlds has come to the Switch. And yes, I am playing this on the Switch, again, courtesy of Private Division. Thank you again for giving us the opportunity to check this out and share it with our community. But as you can see here, it tells you right up front, the murder on Eridanos is recommended for players who have reached level 30 or higher. I'm at level 31, and that's because of finishing the Project on Gorgon DLC, and actually not much of the main campaign because I've been having so much fun with the DLC stuff. So, to begin your adventure on Eridanos, you must have gained access to the landing pad in Stellar Bay. I hope I did that. And after gaining access to the area, return to your ship and talk to Ada. Your new adventure will start. So we've got that information. Also from Private Division, they indicated that also we to see everything that let me go back to where it starts here. So it requires the base game, so you got to have the base game. It's not a standalone game. It is a standalone campaign though, and here, hello, cat's back again. It is the player will need to progress past Monarch to access the DLC's content. So you must have completed and closed the Radio Free Monarch quest line, which I've done. Then return to your ship and speak with Ada and select the prompt to watch with Etherware Drama. The recommended player is level 30. So with that said, I should be all set. So let's get started here. Hold A. So you could press Y or X for more information on either of those, but I've already got it downloaded, so I'm going to continue my story where I left off. So while we're waiting for this to load, that is one thing that this game does not do well, is quickly load the game. It takes some time to load. So while it's doing that, let's see. To see everything that the expansion has to offer, it is encouraged that you try multiple playthroughs of this DLC. And the playstyles to experience, so different multiple playthroughs and multiple playstyles is what they recommend to experience full breadth of content available in the Outer Worlds Murder on Eridanos. So Obsidian Entertainment designed the DLC to be replayable, featuring multiple endings and side content. So lots to do here. So if you've already played the main quest and beat it, then you want to play this to add more value to your game, then go for it. This game is $15 to add it on USD. It is a standalone purchase, but it's part of the expansion pass as well. So if you purchase the expansion pass, you're good there. It is also available on the PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X through backwards compatibility on the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One and PC. So lots of information there. But hopefully that gets you through with understanding what you got here. So before we get started, we'll jump in and check on before we get into this DLC, let me show off where I am at with my character since the last time I showed off the game. From when I first played it, from when I first started the Project Gorgon, and then now this. Let's go to here. So these are the weapons I have up here. This is my favorite, right? And this is my other favorite. But this one has been my favorite. The special delivery manufactured unknown science weapon that I found along the way when playing the Project the Gorgon. So, and I also got this weapon as well. So the pet manufacturer unknown, so the PET. So there's a couple of missions in our side quests, or one of the side quests to get this special weapon is in the Project the Gorgon. If you want to know more, I can show you that or explain it more. I don't want to give away too much in case you don't want anything spoiled. So, but there's lots to do in the Project the Gorgon expansion. And then I also got some new crewmates. I got Ellie, Felix, Nyoka, and Pravati, who started with me at the beginning, and now Sam, who was on my ship, and I added the parts that he needed. So Sam was pretty funny because this robot is created for cleaning, but he was especially fitted for fluids, I guess. Corrosion. Yeah, it's corrosion fluids. So he talks about cleaning things, but yeah, he's cleaning people to death apparently. So, all right. So right now my main quest is here, the City of the Stars. That's what gets us back to the main story. But before we do that, we're gonna go talk to Ada, like it said.
Impeccable timing, Captain. I was about to watch the latest episode in Halcyon Helen's thrilling serial adventure.
So here, my computer is doing exactly what I was hoping it would do. In fact, let me turn this up a little bit so we can hear the audio a little bit better on the game. So there we go. So let's talk to Ada.
Captain. How can I be of assistance?
All right, so you mentioned an Etherwave drama. I'd like to see it. So...
Certainly, Captain. I was hoping you would ask.
It was the law-forsaken parasites. I had become obsessed. My quest to stop them. To avenge my partner, Philip. And my ex-partner, Bernice. And Lieutenant Jurgen. And those two informants had brought me to Rizzo's distillery. But it wasn't just the triple distilled deliciousness of Rizzo's Spectrum brand vodka that I found there. It was death. I made sure the Brain Eaters paid the price. But at what cost to me? It's you.
This Here's the Halcyon News Network with breaking news. Halcyon Helen has been murdered. Administrator Ludovico of Rizzo's refused to answer the big question on everyone's mind. Who will Spectrum Vodka's next spokesperson be? Claiming that a special investigation must be concluded first.
Captain, we have a communication coming in from one Administrator Ludovico.
Get off the transmission, Cedric. We agreed to let me do the negotiating. Law be with you, friend. I am Administrator Ludovico of the famed Eridanos Atmospheric Complex. But there's no need to stand on formality. You may address me as Mr.
So if you're not familiar with the Outer Worlds, basically this is a first-person shooter, but you also have to make choices in the dialogue. And like you saw with some of the things I had to do with Ada, I have to do with some of the characters I talk with. So let's see what we got here. Let me guess, this is about the Pelican Helen's murder. So let's go with
Her
that.
death is the tragedy of our lifetime. As the face of our new product line, her murder is a stain on the Rizzo's brand. She was scheduled to unveil our newest product, Spectrum Brown, before this tragic event. But we cannot move forward with our unveiling until we apprehend the killer.
Alright, so I gotta pick between these two things. And I'm gonna go...
Alright, Ludovico, that's enough. You don't know what you're doing. Let me handle this. Captain Hawthorne, so glad to finally have a word with you. I would have been so disappointed if Ludovico monopolized your attention. Cedric Kincannon, Sublight Underground. I'm so glad we're hiring a third-party investigator. No one wants to see a troop of UDL guards stomping all over my hotel, least of all me. The murder of Halcyon Helen is a heinous assault on this colony. I look forward to watching you find the miscreant responsible and drag them out of the shadows.
Halcyon Helen. Now I've got it. Alright. Trouble seeing the death of the 2-bit actors and assault on the colony. I was shaken by the news myself. Helen brought a lot of joy to this colony. Let's go with something a little bit more positive.
You're a compassionate person, Captain. And you're right. Halcyon Helen was a talented woman. She had a gift for transforming her art into wealth. You would not believe the money she made us on Dissident Busters.
For law's sake, Cedric, could you show a little discretion and not bring up your contraband operations in front of an outsider?
Ludovico, you wound me. I'm establishing rapport with our new contractor. Let's not give him the impression that you can't be trusted.
Do you really want to do this right now, Cedric? You want to antagonize me while I'm negotiating a contract. Because I promise you, I'll win.
As much as I want to say you're both idiots, let's just get here.
Yes, exactly. Thank you. Honest to law, how hard is it to hire a freelancer? Apologies, Mr. Ludovico. That was inappropriate of me. Captain, I'm Constable Maria Keene. Hiring a third-party investigator was my idea. I've been studying your dossier. You're reliable and competent. You've been taking care of yourself ever since you arrived on Halcyon. And you're entirely independent. As far as I'm concerned, you're the ideal inspector for this case.
Okay.
I'm pleased to hear that. The future of our complex may depend on your success. I'll leave you in the constable's care. Mr. Kincannon and I must have a word.
Fine. Mud Rizzo's is paying for that hotel room.
I can't tell you how grateful I am for your help. And even though they may not show their gratitude, I know Administrator Ludovico and Mr. Kincannon appreciate your involvement. Mr. Kincannon could lose his spaceport if board authorities took over the investigation, and if Rizzo's is forced to cancel its unveiling, we might never recover. I represent the law, Captain. But what's happening between Mr. Kincannon and the Administrator is politics. Politics are not my area of expertise. The law is simple. Politics are complicated.
Let's do this.
I'm pleased to hear that. From everything I've heard, you're a competent freelancer. And at the risk of sounding impertinent, we desperately need the help of someone competent. Thank you for your time, Captain. Whenever you're ready, I've authorized the Unreliable to land at the Grand Colonial.
All right.
Transmission terminated. Captain, we are now cleared to land at the Eridanos atmospheric complex.
Let's see what Ada can tell us.
Eridanos is a hydrogen-helium gas giant, distinguished by a well-defined ring system. The Eridanos atmospheric complex is a system of land masses propelled through a thin layer of the upper atmosphere, where humans are potentially capable of surviving. There are several reasons why someone would hire your services. In descending order of likelihood, they are as follows: desperation, confusion, mistaken identity, inebriation, and genuine faith in your abilities.
All right. That's funny. All right, we got that saved automatically, which is nice. Let me switch over to this. I have to collect some more heavy ammo. And then let me double check and make sure my journal is up to date. It is. So there we go. It's already set to be the main focus. Set to active. Let's go look at the map. So this is where I go to control where my ship goes. And now I'm looking for the green map indicator, which is over here. And we're gonna go to Eridanos.
We're now docked at Eridanos' luxury landing pad.
Alright, cool. Here we go. So let's get things started. As you guys can see, it's basically, this is my ship. I have my crewmates over here. I even have a person who I need to drop off somewhere. I haven't done that yet because I've been doing the side missions. My room's up there. I'm sure there's others up there, but let's get to the game. Let's see. Now this is when you go to a mission. When you leave the ship, you get to pick who your crewmates are going to be, who's going to accompany you on the campaign. So let's see. The last one I had Felix and Nayoka. So, and then I also had Sam and then Felix. So let's do this. Let's have Pravati. Let's unselect that. Select Felix. Let's bring Pravati and Ellie. Let's bring these ladies along for the ride. So this is one of my favorite things too, in between, even though I have to wait for some time for each area to load, or each area to load. I like that it gives me these ads. I like the ads. Some of them are pretty funny. It's brown, drink it down. So, but I've really enjoyed playing this game, and I've been dying to get back into it. And thankfully, with this new DLC, I've been kind of pushed into it, and I'm happy to have been pushed into it. So it's exciting to see that that they got this coming out. And if I understand correctly, this is the last of the DLC. So once I'm done with this part, I'll probably get right back into the main campaign. So this is really fun. So, although I call this is a let's play, this is also a first look for me. But I wanted to call it let's play because I already am familiar with the game, so it's me playing the campaign. And then also too, this looks great. I know there's a lot of complaints, and I know it looks better on the PS4 or PS5 or the Xbox consoles, because they're made for this kind of stuff, for the graphical type games. But the narrative is what I like, and I like the portability of it as well. And they've done so much with this game, Private Division, and Obsidian, to make it better and make it run better on the Switch, which I'm very, very excited about. They didn't just plop it on here and leave it to be. They've also brought the DLCs over, so it's pretty exciting. So I'm also pretty excited about the new Obsidian, the new Outer Worlds that's coming out that we got a glimpse at for the Xbox. So if that's exclusive, hopefully I can play it on Xbox Game Pass Ultimate on the PC, because I will definitely want to be playing that. And hopefully it'll also be on the cloud so I could play it on the go. So, alright, let's get going here. Here's these guys with me.
Hello there. Hope your atmospheric entry wasn't too troublesome. As a guest of honor, you deserve the best in comfort. Sublight Salvage and Shipping Underground, or Slug, as we like to call ourselves, is delighted to welcome you to Eridanos. I'm the Grand Colonial Head Bellhop. I'm here to grab your bags and direct you, the inspector, to the Grand Ballroom, which was the scene of the crime.
Alright, let's see what we got here. Can you fill me in? What's the mood? Yeah, that all sounds great. I was promised a room. Let's look at what's the mood in the hotel.
I'll say. There's nary a soul here who wasn't a fan of hers in some respect. Just about everybody's shocked. Some people are inconsolable. Hell, even Black Hole Birdie, Helen's beau, has wandered off. Some folks think he had something to do with the murder, but I don't believe it.
I still don't understand why anyone would have it in for Ms. Helen.
We should ask if they're comping the minibar. This might take a while, if you get me.
Folks get heated when it comes to serials and their actors, I suppose.
Alright. Was she divisive? Typical show business? Let's take
Not particularly. But I think some folks were jealous of her success, or otherwise viewed her as a threat. Reckon how she came about her fame didn't help.
How she get so famous? I take it she made some bad choices. I'm surprised anyone would care about a little bit back channel dealing.
Why, she was a natural. People fell in love with her. She managed to wrangle up a following all on her own. She ended up about as famous and high-runged as your average VP, which rubbed a lot of Byzantines the wrong way. Actors ain't supposed to get preferential treatment. I imagine the admin briefed you about Helen's part in the Spectrum Brown unveiling. Too bad about the postponement. Not so terrible as Helen's murder, but still a crying shame.
Okay, interesting. So I know I'm pronouncing this wrong, but he said the rich people, the Byzantines, I think is what it was. But those are the people who have all the money in the galaxy, essentially. They have the clout, and that's why he was saying that they were not too happy with this actress getting all of the preferential treatment. So that makes sense. Let's see.
You bet it was. Rizzo's rented out the ballroom in the hotel just for the launch event. Reckoned it was gonna be a real swell affair. Rizzo's ain't unveiled the product since the debut of Spectrum Ultraviolet. invisible to the naked eye, and as it happened, prone to causing massive internal bleeding. Anyway, I think I've held you up long enough. Once you're ready, head down to the lobby. The ballroom is just behind the elevators. Meanwhile, I'll grab your bags. You're making fun, right? Your luggage, belongings, kit, wherever you keep what you ain't wearing, you're still giving me a pretty blank look. Suppose it's none of my business, but do you just wear the same set of clothes all the time?
I just wear whatever I strip from my enemy's corpses, honestly. Which is really true. I'm gonna pick that one.
Well, reckon I can respect your candor, even if it scares me a smidge. Anyhow, I'll look for you in the grand ballroom later. Hope you can unravel this mystery, Inspector.
I hope I can too. Alright, let's see what we got here. So there's definitely some details. I probably should keep a notebook, especially since this is an investigation. Alright, so I unlocked a fast travel location, which came in handy for me when I was doing the project at Gorgon. Once you get to that place, then when you go out farther, you can quickly get back to a place, which came in handy towards the end. I could jump around to a few places and take care of a few things. Alright, so there's my location, and I need to figure out how to get to it. I'm just looking around to see if there's any other doors.
Greetings, Inspector. No need to check in here. Your paperwork has all been processed. You should be able to find the Colonial right ahead.
Okay. Well then, that's where I was going.
Oh my stars. This is the hotel? I only ever seen a place like this in periodicals. Or that one episode of Agent Khan.
I almost can't imagine someone wretched enough to do such a thing.
Fast travel
You
location.
don't think a dissident could be here, do you?
Get a hold of yourself. The administrator would never allow someone as dangerous as a dissident here. Eridanos is safe.
Okay, I guess this is where... Yeah, this is a transition point. Okay, so these are the points where if it's bigger inside, then it's going to be another loading point. So, like I said, this is one of the things that I have a problem with the game. It's definitely slow at loading this. And it's something I think they've improved upon, but still slow. But it is what it is. It reminds me of the good old days when you had to wait between levels in an RPG. But I guess this is an RPG as well, so hey. But while we're waiting for this to load, I will mention this. Looking at how long to beat, it says that this campaign will take, main story is 6 hours. And then if you're a completionist, it is 12.5 hours. So somewhere in between 9 hours. So basically, again,
Rich people air.
I'll bet you 10 bits this is all just some sort of publicity stunt.
so here we go. Take the elevator.
Hello there, my inordinately esteemed guest. If my hello were any more earnest, this loudspeaker would explode. Oh dear. I'm sorry, but you don't seem to have a registered room key. If you've lost your key, why don't you pay the hotel concierge a visit? I'm sure she can get you a new one. Then you can come back, and I'll service all of your vertical needs.
Okay, let's go see the concierge. Let's see, where is the concierge? up.
We should try to solve the puzzle hedges in the orchards.
There we go.
The murder has inflicted severe emotional trauma on me. I demand a room upgrade.
Okay.
I'm sorry, sir, but while the hotel is an active crime scene, I regret to inform you that all new bookings, room upgrades, room downgrades, and in-room massages are suspect. Oh, you're the special inspector. Mr. Kincannon warned me you'd be checking in soon.
Warned you?
Yes! No. I don't yet, but I will, Inspector, sir. You'll be staying in our luxurious penthouse suite, vacated just recently. So recently that unfortunately the room's still being cleaned. I'm sure it'll be ready for you by the time you've examined the crime scene. I believe Constable Keene should be waiting for you in the grand ballroom.
Alright, we'll find the grand ballroom then. Alright, so this isn't actually good. I'm glad we're doing this part because this is something that you'll see that there is a lot of talking. It isn't a lot of gunning, even though I'm carrying a gun. There isn't a lot. So
Black Hole Bertie's disappeared, you know. That poor fellow must be inconsistent.
Oh, thank the law. Inspector, you don't know how relieved I am to see you.
more choices for the conversation.
Constable Maria Keene. It's good to meet you in person, Inspector.
Dr. Goodnight. Ecstatic to make your various acquaintances and so on. Are we finished with the pleasantries? There's something I'm excited to show you. An extraordinary contraption. You'll love it.
Our coroner has developed a device which may prove useful in your investigation. Our office has instructed her to hand it over to you.
Our office has instructed her to hand it over to you. Oh, please. You make it sound as if I'm turning over stolen goods. Behold, my discrepancy amplifier. Hold it in your hands. Feel the way it hums with ontological potential.
Okay. Okay, so in this instance, I get to use a skill I have under science. So since I have it built up to enough, I can use this setting where you can see this one here. I don't have long guns and engineering together for me to be able to make this choice. So I can use this one.
You're rather sharp in your upper story. I can see why you're the inspector. The discrepancy amplifier uses a deterministic model of our universe to detect the discrepancy between what should be and what actually is. Then it renders any discrepancies visible by using the power of magnification.
Got it. All right.
Oh, goodness, no. I don't care for OSI doctrine. I just enjoy their math.
I'm contractually prohibited from endorsing off-brand technology, but I'll bend that rule just this once. You'll want to peer into the amplifier and examine the crime scene.
Excellent. So in this case, I get to use, obviously, the discrepancy amplifier. So let's see what it says. Be sure to equip the amplifier in the weapon slot before you continue your hunt for Helen's killer. All right. So we need to go to the inventory and equip it. So this is actually awesome because I can show you guys a few things here. So let's go and let me remove this weapon. Unequip. And then let's equip the amplifier. So as you can see here too, some of the things I have to do here is the weapon I've used a lot, I have to repair. So these weapons get damaged, which we're quite familiar with in most games nowadays, or at least for me. And let's see, I'm going to repair all equipment. So between this and any armor that needs to be repaired, I'm fixing it right now. So I got that taken care of. I also equipped the amplifier, so it's in the first slot. It gives you details of what each weapon is in this box. So there's that. You can also break down weapons you're not using. So in this case, let's see, that's a heavy, that's a light. This one I had, it's also a pristine weapon, so it lasts longer if I understood that correctly. So I don't want to break that down and use it for parts. Let's see, I think I'm just going to hang on to all of these. 231. I'm going to actually break this down. So if I hold down the Y button, I can break it down and return 4 parts to the pile. So that helps me repair things along the way. Now, let's take a look at my armor. So I've already repaired things. But these are things I have in my inventory. Just showing that to you. Let's go to the character thing here. So let me switch over so you can see everything. So basically I get 10 points available for skills, and these are the things that I've built up so far. I haven't really touched my melee because I don't use melee. I prefer using a gun and shooting from ranged instead of hand to hand. But you can use your weapon if anybody gets up close and just kind of hit them with your weapon. But I've been concentrating on the heavy side of weapons more so than anything else. Also, as you can see, I got Persuade up, and then the other thing I got up was for my leadership, I got Inspiration up. So I got it up to 80. So I was kind of concentrating on that, but I think I might use Persuade in this campaign more. So I think I'm going to build this up right now. So I'm going to add all 10 of my points here to get it up to 70. So the next time I get a level, I'll get it quickly up to 80. So we got that. I'm going to apply that and accept. The other thing that you get when your level goes up is perks. So all the things that you can see that are glowing are the things I've picked so far. And let's see. Tactical time dilation is basically your slowdown time type of thing, so you can take care of things like give yourself health or something. Let's see. Without going through each one, I'm going to look through real quick. Sprint speed. You know what? I think I'm gonna go with speed. I need to make myself a little faster. Alright, now let's go take a look at the journal. We got the codex, which also keeps collecting all the information I'm collecting. So we've got that added to that information, but you can also keep up on what you've been doing along with the journal itself under quests. I can read up on what I've done so far and what's been checked off. So see, I've got all those 3 things done or 4 things done, and now I'm at the next step. Investigate the crime scene. Alright, with that out of the way, let's take a look. There we go. So, scanning. Once you've located some evidence, aim directly at it, and while zooming in with the scope, press the interact button to analyze it. Alright. So here I'm pressing the ZL. I'm using my gyroscope so I can look at things. Let's scan the area. Whoops. I didn't know it shot things. Alright, let's see. What am I seeing here? Analyzes Y. Whoops, that was their slowdown time thing. I didn't want to do that. No, I don't want to take her stuff. Come on. Alright, what did I miss? Analyze.
The discrepancy amplifier is now operational. Greetings, designated inspector and/or unauthorized larcenist. This unit has detected a discrepancy related to Halcyon Helen. Unscheduled expiration of. Begin amplification.
So I can spec her a little, use my science skills. I see you've been designed with a modular analytical system. What else can you do?
The discrepancy amplifier has been programmed with advanced speech recognition, scientific analysis, and deterministic calculus protocols.
Oh, you'll love this. Amplifier, tell the inspector about your features.
Please do not interrupt the discrepancy amplifier. The discrepancy amplifier is programmed to take instruction from its registered or designated inspector.
How curious. I must have set its impertinence levels to flagrant.
This unit's features include an automated personality simulator. This unit has been programmed to simulate joy and satisfaction in assisting you.
Let's see what
this is a bottle of unreleased Rizzo's product. Helen appears to have attempted to use it to spell something as she expired, but all she managed was a sticky bee.
Let's see, what's the unreleased Rizzo's product?
Rizzo's Spectrum Brown has not yet been released for consumption. Spectrum Brown was scheduled to be unveiled at the Eridanos Atmosphere Complex in partnership with Halcyon Helen.
Make a note of this.
This evidence has been recorded for later reference. Now generating pre-approved complement. Splendid work, Inspector.
Guess I'm being polite there. Alright. Let's see what else we got here. Whoops. What am I doing here? Just keep hitting the wrong button. Now what is that floating around there? Analyze.
This footprint stands out from the normally spotless floor of the grand ballroom. Typically, the ballroom is cleaned twice daily, which means this must have been made by either Helen or her assailant or assailants.
Let's see, did the size of these footprints match anything you have on record?
Footprint is a tailor-made 8.75, suggesting that its owner was very particular about their shoe size. It is also the exact size that Halcyon Helen typically prefers. There are traces of dirt throughout the footprint.
Oh, perception. I'm gonna need to do perception. Purple berry in this dirt.
The dirt carries traces of fertilizer, as well as the faint signs of crushed purpleberries and grass. Grass, fertilizer, and purpleberries can all be found in the purpleberry orchards, located not far from the Grand Colonio.
Alright, so check into the penthouse suite.
This deduction appears sound.
Good work, Inspector. I had a feeling we'd make some progress once we brought you onto the case. You'll need Administrator Ludovico to grant you access to the orchards. Contact him through the secure access terminal in your penthouse suite. Check in with the concierge. Your room should be ready by now. If it isn't, I may have to go shake someone by the collar.
Alright, cool. So, let's go check out the penthouse, and then we will end it there, because I don't want to give too much away.
You'd think these people have never seen a corpse before.
Definitely don't want to give away the story if you want to play it, but also, too, we've already been at it for a good 48 minutes here, so...
The Grand Colonial front desk warmly welcomes you, Inspector. It's a pleasure to see you again. How may I be of assistance to you, Inspector?
Got some I want to check it.
Ah, yes. We are most pleased to offer you our grandest of grand accommodations, Inspector. The penthouse suite on our topmost floor is now available for you. The last guest left her belongings behind when she vacated unexpectedly, so we needed a little time to tidy the suite up for you. Simply call the elevator in the lobby, and our highly skilled operator will deliver you to your private floor with efficiency and cheer.
I might ask questions later. Let's go to the penthouse.
Welcome to the Grand Colonium.
Okay.
What floor would you like to visit?
Bring me to the penthouse
Next
suite.
up, the finest seat in the house.
Alright. So we'll take a look at the penthouse, and then we'll call it an evening with that. And if you're interested in watching more, just let me know. Leave it in the comments, and let me know if this is something that you would like me to stream. I can stream while I play and share, or if it's something you want to play, I'd still love to hear how it's going for you, and if you have been playing, what your thoughts are, whether it's on here or any other system. Because it'd be fun. Definitely be fun. So we're in the penthouse. So this is where we are. So before I get to that, that's where I need to talk to to get the next steps here. And then look, the rest of my crew is here too, because Sam is here, Noyoka is here, Ellie's there. And where is, there he is, Felix. There he is. Cool. Alright, so there's some things in here I get to explore. This is pretty cool. So I'm going to have some fun with this, and I do have to say I enjoy playing this in handheld mode too as well. So too as well. Yes, I know how to speak proper grammar. English. Whatever. It's late. So, but again, this is Outer Wilds, the Murder on Eridanos expansion. And I'm excited to be able to play this. This is something I do like playing in handheld. This is why I like having it here on the Nintendo Switch, because I can sit there with my headphones on for the evening, and it's like watching a movie or with a good book, and just sit there and play for a couple hours. Or even like this past weekend when I spent a lot of time on Project Gorgon. I was playing good several hours in a row, but it was quite compelling and had me wanting to play more. So I kept thinking about the game even for the next day. So again, I'm having a lot of fun with this. So this is Tim showing off this game for you guys. And leave it in the comments if you need any more information or want to see more. I'll definitely look at streaming this and keep you posted. So follow us on Twitter at Nintendo Dads, or go to nintendodads.org for any of all of our information there. You can follow me at neoprime33, and you can also listen to our podcast, which goes live every Thursday night and is posted every Friday morning. Again, this is Tim, and I'll check you later.